that tap into your frequencies or your IP address, as I want to call it.
These are real-time life transformations. And if you don't believe me, well, just wait and watch.
And it's not just that I read you. I'm not like a psychic where I just read you and nothing happens. I literally help you change your genetic makeup. I'm editing or helping you change your frequency to be a better version of yourself.
So the more you fall in love, the more you become a little girl. And that's why relationships really don't work out. So does that make sense so far?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Your mom is so entangled in you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yes. So let's remove that.
You hold on to women's burdens, even their pains. So those things we'll get rid of. Take a breath in. Most of your energy is literally telling yourself that I am here. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
If you're talking to somebody, you're afraid of literally jumping into their world, and then jumping into their problems, so to speak, when you're talking.
Basically, people start to break you or shatter you, okay? And that goes back into your teens, for example. I'm not going to let that happen to me again.
That's when my parents got divorced.
I feel good, bit spacey with it.
I feel like I just feel so grateful and like.
So everything that you talked about today is very relevant.
It's like the tension's all really gone. And I have a lot of scoliosis issues, so I kind of felt myself unwinding as you were talking.
Yep. Yeah, and you'll start to see, and maybe we could have you back because you'll change so much in the next 2-3 months.
I'm so grateful for you, Mas, because I know what kind of courage it takes to come outside and to see what you see.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
thankful.
good.
Hello, and thank you for having me again.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Well, I was also thinking that what would be the thing that I could share, what is this massive change what you told, and I still thinking that how could you put into the words that you are having the life that you never had.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
I feel like 17, though I will in this Tuesday I will be 47, but I feel like I feel alive. I'm more solid. I'm more like calmness, this kind of calmness that I knew that I had, but somehow I always had a kind of feeling that something terrible will happen, and it was not that post-traumatic syndrome or anything like that. So this, and then I got job in the summer suddenly as an interpreter in constellation stuff that I didn't know anything, but I know that I'm very good in translation. And I'm self-taught. My English is from YouTube. And
you're doing great. Your English is fantastic.
What else? The most important for me, relationship. I have always wanted to have a family and I couldn't. And I feel that the person who loves me, that I feel that he loves me. And I know that he loves me. And this is something that it is impossible to say for a person who has not experienced it, because I told you that I have always loved life, but there was always like some kind of invisible veil between me and the reality. And I remember that even in the May, I couldn't say that thank you. I said thank. And like some kind of frequency run like between off, and this is the massive change. I'm so thankful. And 15th of November started again some kind of noise, but I have had inner shingles in my head. Totally physical body like broke down. But this time I knew that I'm very good in recovering physically. I don't believe in medicines, things like that. But what I always did, I cut off the food, I made fast. This time I thought, no, I don't change anything physical level. And it got better, but still I'm having here like some kind of resonance or sound. But I don't care. It will go away, I hope.
Yes. Again, not a doctor or anything like that, but your physical symptoms and so on like that from what I see aren't really your patterns. They're your mom's patterns, or they're not just your mom's patterns. They're like deeply ingrained patterns in your genetic makeup, basically, that I'm seeing in you. So again, have you done anything since the scan, and when was the scan?
Really, in May I made before May, yeah, I was on elevated. Then I have done 218 accelerated and this
Okay.
ability.
Okay.
The help of XI community in Telegram also, reading their stories. And I'm hardcore person. When I teach something, I jump in because, as you told, that I had all my life, like you told me, I had therapies. But what I didn't understand then, that yes, since I was born, I was always fixing myself, reading,
Yes.
meditating, like. But I didn't understand. And what else was that you told? You told correctly that I was total mess. For me, it's good to be direct. So now I think that I'm more solid. I'm like able to express myself, still learning.
Mm-hmm.
And but what I didn't understand, that you told that I have amazing abilities, and I don't know what. But then my son told that, let's say that my car store broke, like electrical thing, and I didn't have money, and I just thought that the way that I'm like relieving pain on people, I tried to feel the same feeling, and the car door fixed, and my son told that you're asking about amazing abilities and you're fixing the car door, and you are thinking that what's the abilities are. So messy about this. And a physical change. I used to have on my left eye, I don't know if it is seen, one eye is one color, another is another,
Oh,
like
wow.
vitreous floaters. And
Oh, okay.
know, when sun comes out and you see like fire work, and I haven't seen it anymore. Maybe it's because dark time November, I don't know, but I think that it's gone away.
Oh, it's beautiful. So again, for you, Hun, Kirsty, is I think in the past your life has always been, I want to say, demonized, or
Now I understand it.
if that makes sense to you. Your family comes from just your family is basically a family of being demonized or being abused, if you want to call it, however you want to call it, doesn't really matter. But does that make sense to you?
Yes, you can say directly, because Estonians have like 600 years slaves. Normally, Americans don't believe that white people were slaves, but yes.
So that's what I see. So literally, so Kirsty, and that pattern that I'm seeing is demonized or enslaved. It's like somebody throws a rug over you, a heavy burden over you, like a chain link, like literally like trapping you, and then you're trying to crawl out. That was basically your life. Does that make sense?
This is how I have felt like also. And what I would like, I don't know if it is like in YouTube or not, but as you told, that XI is not a work of good feeling, and I have, I don't care. I just keep on moving forward, and I feel that in cellular level, some things are cleaning up.
Yep.
I don't feel guilty anymore when I do something that I like, because I'm the elder sister of the 6 children and always felt guilty. And let's say that as it is public, together it is nice. Some people started to come back to my life, but I didn't know what to do. And the different thing was that I didn't ask how they were doing.
Well, that's good. We'll have to move on, but Kirsty, for you, Hun, again, continue on doing the 18 days, especially. What you're going to be getting into next is, again, creating more of a solid foundation, just like Ava was, not Ava, but Kitty, creating a more of a solid foundation and identity of you. So you're not going to get enslaved, especially when you have relationships anymore. Again, you've crawled out from underneath that rug and you're standing up strong. And again, you're not going to allow yourself to, again, be covered up anymore. So this is where people will start to see you. This is where your abilities, your, creativity and, it's like, wow, Kirsty, she's a really cool person. You know what I mean? People are going to start to enjoy you. They're going to sense you. They're going to see you.
I have always thought that I have always had the fear to receive. This is until now very difficult for me. a kind of dangerous feeling.
Mhm.
And then I always have been invisible. I would like to be, and now
Yeah.
I'm making to show myself here in YouTube also.
Yeah, this is going to be you.
Thank you so much, Mas.
You're so welcome. Next, guys, and again, notice all the changes that that have happened to these individuals. And again, it's because we haven't changed their psychology, although their psychology changes. Or again, it's not about psychology, NLP, self-improvement, or anything like that. XI is not about that. It's about changing your multidimensional self. It's not about accumulating more stuff, because people will go, well, if I made more money, or if I got a better job, or if I got a new person in my life, then my life is going to change, or if I go help more individuals. It's yes, that's great. Again, I'm not saying that's not good. But again, if you really want to transform your life, you have to transform yourself at a very, very deep level. And this is where XI gets into the multidimensional self of who you are. It's literally about changing you into another, say, dimension, or in another rendition of who you are, another version of who you are. And that's where the changes that you're seeing or you're witnessing come about. Next, we're going to go to Terry. Hey, Terry, how are you? You'd have to unmute yourself.
There you go.
Hey, there you are. So Terry,
Yeah.
tell me when we got together, when we scanned you, how long has it been?
Over a year. I've probably
Okay.
done 18 days in Essentials, did some
Awesome.
private, doing the elevation.
Awesome.
And it's been wonderful. The last time you worked with me on Moss on Sunday, you mentioned that when I worked with the clients in the past, that I would put them on, or it would anchor me. And I said, oh my God, because I used to say, when they came in, I get to work on this. And after 5-7 years, I got nauseous when someone called me to work, because you said I was holding it in my stomach. So you clear that away, and I feel free. And I'm not afraid if someone wants to do some work with me. I didn't have that, oh my God, I'm going to, lose my energy or lose myself. So that's been amazing. Also, you said that I picked on my grandmother's filters of anxiety, no matter if it was something positive or hip issues. So my pain has subsided a lot. It's not 100% yet, but I'm determined to release that. And then you said I had a son, but I'm 66 now. So the son was my grandson. He's 11.
Oh, okay.
And he wasn't in his body, and we had a private, and you pulled him back in his body. And
how's he doing?
Parents saw a difference. He even in golf, he came, never played really golf before, and he came second Broward County.
Wow.
Kids that were doing 4, and he speaks 2 languages, and he's top in his class, and he's not getting bullied anymore. And he's so much fun. And he does sides with me. I have the kids every Monday, so they have to do the spatial referencing with me.
That just that in itself, Terry, is amazing. How old is your grandson?
He just 7, and the 9-year-old's got it already.
Oh wow, that's just beautiful too. And kids really transform, because they're in the liquid phase, so they transform quite readily, because they adopt. They know that they're grand beings deep inside. They know that they're superheroes basically on the inside, but then their limitations of their parents and so on like that. But then once once I work on them, even through you, I didn't work on your grandson directly. I worked on him through you. Is that right?
Yeah. And then I had a practice when we went a little deeper.
Yeah. Okay. So just through that, and that's the cool thing, is like, how does that happen? Because her grandson wasn't even there. But again, it's all about frequencies. It's all about, saying, the multidimensional space that we exist in, that go beyond, say, space and time. So when you can change people at that level, you're changing them at their master blueprint. And again, like I said, with the young kids, they transform so readily because they're so ready, just like many of us were. Remember back in the day when we were young, young, we were so, like limitless, and then we got pushed down to be limited. This is like reawakening you to again come into your limitless self. So wow. And for you, Terry, I just see that how old are you?
6.
Wow, you look really great
I
for
started yoga at 15, and I've been on this journey ever since, with some ups and downs, but exercise all together with the frequency.
Right. Yeah, and this is just it's literally your second chance on life from what I'm seeing. You're going to redo a lot of things. You're going to recreate. Again, you're almost going to go back into your, say, late 40s or early 40s, I would say, and maybe even your late 30s, and do some of the things. So whatever happened in your late 30s, that you never got a chance to, or you did it, but it never felt right for you, if that makes sense to you, that experience is going to come back to you.
Oh, wonderful. I turned down a lot of opportunities because I was started in 93 doing the hypnosis. So I had, I did radio, then HBO wanted to approach me, and I was afraid. I ran. And
okay.
Then I met so we traveled. I had opportunity to travel the world. And
Got it. So those opportunities will cycle back to you, and you'll do it the right way. Because if you did do that, for example, back in your 30s, and again, the reason why you escaped is because you would have lost your identity. You would have lost yourself. You would have literally been, I can't, I think you would have become mentally unstable, like a lot of, say, individuals who become really successful, if that makes sense to you. They become really mentally unstable. And then, like Anthony Bourdain and a lot of those individuals, I'm not saying you'd go that extreme, but you would get to be, again, mentally unstable if your success would hit upon you. So you had a safety valve through your whole life. And that's why you kind of say escaped success, although success was there right in front of you. And then you always would turn it down, or that it would slip away from you. Does that make sense to you? This time, Terry, you're going to take advantage of the success that's coming up. So whatever, like I said, whatever happened to you, it seems like there could be maybe somebody else approaches you, as a show or whatever, something like that. But I do see success coming back into you the right way, an expansive way rather than a destructive way of success. So congratulations on that. For you, Terry, I would suggest connecting to the team and doing some like executive sessions to get you into that state where you can do success properly, if that makes sense to you. So, and again, we don't advertise it because we've got too many clients already. But for you, I would suggest connecting to the team and asking for the executive suite, the executive sessions, and it's a course layout on what we teach high level CEOs. All right. So nice job.
And also, you told me to just work myself. My daughter is and she's shifting.
Oh, beautiful.
23 years. There was like a little dead zone a couple years ago. And now it's like we blossomed and having fun. And so I thank you for that. And
you're so welcome.
My dad, because my dad was like you. He loved children. We always had kids that he would bring on our floor. And they always would tell his deepest, darkest secret, so he was a healer.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. All right, guys. Again, so I guess the internet was down. So we're going to use, I don't know where we ended. I think Tom was still there. But for Kirsty and Terry, we're going to add you on to the rest of the segment on YouTube. So again, thanks for joining us, guys. For you all, again, a lot of good stuff coming up on Moss on Sunday. A lot of transformations coming up as XI sweeps the world and really dynamically transforms us at a very, very different level, at a very, very deep level. So thanks for being with us on Moss on Sunday, guys. Notice what you notice the details. And if you're not liking the details, then change, like all these individuals have. Thank you again. Take care. Peace. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being on the call. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.